Hello there.
Ranking all the Devil May Cry 3 bosses, I'm starting off with the Centipede Demon. Not as bad as the Dark Souls boss because it's more fair and less crappy, but holy if this isn't the most Devil May Cry 2 boss I have ever seen. It is called the Gigapede. Does not deserve that name whatsoever. Once to waste your time. Going into a tunnel, coming out for 3 seconds, then going back in like, for God's sake, let me just fight the damn pede. The boss is extremely simple. Jump on it and spam attack. But the camera is the real boss. I can't see. I feel like Stevie Wonder. Heart of the Leviathan. Again with these mediocre, boring boss fights. I get it, no game is perfect, but why would you genuinely enjoy coding and programming this? Like, why? Basically, you hit the two uvulas till dead, then you hit the main heart, I think, while dodging lasers and fighting basic mobs. That's it.
Dude, my father wasn't so hideous.
No, not this Arkham. This hideous thing.
It's like staring into a backed up toilet.
Realistically, as a final boss, very, very disappointing. Like, the build-up was 100 times better than the actual boss. I'm extremely disappointed. This was the big thing. This was the climax. And it falls so flat. There is no recovery. But you want to know what's worse? Them goddamn piranhas! Why would you add them? Why would you add hundreds of them swarming you, attacking you all at once? Who thought that was a good idea? Who the hell thought this was good? To be fair, Virgil fighting alongside Dante was really the best part. I felt happy, excited, till you realize Virgil is useless and doesn't do anything. Till you tell him to, which is completely fine, there's no problem in that. Except that they remove your B or circle button, which is the button that you use to dodge if you use Trickster, which what I've been using the whole damn playthrough. So the only thing that I've been relying on the whole game, they decided to remove it at the final boss. Tell me how that's fair. And it's not like even Virgil is doing that much for me to feel compensated. No, he doesn't do anything. At least in my fight, I didn't feel like he did anything. But thankfully, Arkham is extremely easy.
Jackpot.
Lady. Are you dumb? You shot Dante bang through the head, and it did not affect him, so whatever. So you decide to fight him. Again, are you dumb? Which is fair. You know, you chose this. Yeah, that's fair. But what isn't fair is you running away every time I get close to you. You chose this fight, not me. So fight, god damn it. This cat and mouse chase gets old and fast. But what I really want to know is how a normal woman taking so many slashes from a demon sword, from a demon angel hybrid, how? Because last time I checked, a normal sword can kill you from like 2 slashes. So, how again? That is the real mystery. I don't know if you all like this fight, but honestly, it was the most forgettable boss fight I have ever seen. When I was searching up the boss list, I saw his name, and I couldn't remember who he was, or even remember the boss. But then I learned who he was. I remembered it was the horse chariot. Then I still didn't remember how the boss fight even went. But then I remembered that I just kept trolling the whole fight. He goes around in circles throwing bombs, and you just keep rolling, and not even in a good way. Like in Souls, it's not even satisfying. No, it's just boring as hell. And the time where you actually get to deal damage to him is non-existent. You do like 3, he goes like down, you hit him a bit, and then he repeats it again. It's boring. He has a cool mechanic. There's orbs that slow you down, but it's not threatening. Every time I get hit by it, I still dodge his attacks, even though I'm in slow motion, supposedly. I saw what they were trying to do, but it was horribly executed. You can't have a horse just run around in circles and expect it to be fun. You know the Joker, right? You know how you want to see him in a movie or game, right? Jester here, who is really Arkham, is the same idea, except he makes you want to rip your ears out. Imagine Heimdall from God of War Ragnarok, but more arrogant and giggling all the time. The only attack he does is fill the whole arena with orbs, which is kind of fun to jump around, but honestly, the only reason this boss fight is above all the others is because it's so short. That's it. And the only way you attack him is just spam shooting till he gets tired and you can slash away. That is it. But his story is really good. That's another thing you gotta give him. His inclusion was really good. With him actually being Arkham and the plot twist and all of that. And he single-handedly beat Dante, Virgil, and Lady all at the same time. Credit where credit is due. That no one has done that. It's you, an evil version of you, but it's you nevertheless. Now, this is a gimmick fight and a half. I won't even pretend it's not. This is the most gimmicky fight. This is like Demon Souls gimmick fight level. So he's a shadow, and there's breakable light. So what do? You break light, no shadow, and kill him. That's it. Do that 3 times and you're dandy. I don't know why this fight is kind of enjoyable. I mean, it's not hard nor something special, but it's enjoyable. Please tell me I'm not dull on this. It's an underrated fight. This is your first boss. Like the very first boss of the game. And it's actually really hard. The hell is this? That's not fair at all. For a first boss, you're not supposed to freeze my progress. Anyways, 3 heads means removing said 3 heads. Simple, but it's extremely daunting. Because you don't deal any damage to them, because they have ice covered around them. No problem, just destroy said ice. But as you can see in my footage, I'm using a rocket launcher, which you get almost at the end of the game. It doesn't do jack. It was only because I'm maxed out to the full that using Devil Trigger, which you're not supposed to have at all until like midway through the game, to beat this boss first try. I don't have a single strategy for it. I don't know what to do. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Maybe it's actually very easy. I'm just doing it wrong. I don't know. I just hope it's gonna work and pray. And you cannot get close to this boss. Every time I get close, I just go right back. But it is really fun. They are good boys. It's really fun. Really fun. Nivon. I really wish I didn't make this ranking because it turns out I wouldn't want to replay any of these bosses. I don't know, especially this fight. I don't know what's really that good about this fight. When I first played this game, I absolutely loved all the bosses. They were my favorite thing, with the gameplay, of course, and the story. I love this game. I give it a 9.5 out of 10. But then looking back after replaying the bosses, it turns out that the next bosses on this list really just overshadowed everything. I want you guys to tell me what is so good about this boss. I feel like everyone loves this boss, but I just don't. I don't know what's so appealing. I have nothing to tell you. I don't know. Just don't get grabbed unless you want to. I will be open-minded. Just tell me what's really good about this boss, and maybe you can convince me, because I don't know what's the whole good thing about it. Remember my whole yap session about how I wouldn't want to replay any of these bosses? Yeah, just catch that, because speaking of free playing bosses, you fight this boss 2 times, and every time I was fighting him, I was like, how is he this dumb? And it turns out he's blind. So I'm sorry, blind people, you guys are not dumb, okay? Only Beowulf was dumb. Since he is blind, he can't see. So it kind of makes me feel bad, but at the same time, he's in my way. He chose this, I don't care. And he's completely barbaric. He just slams all around, throwing cages at you. Very good time. And please tell me I'm not the only one who thinks this boss fight is from Ninja Gaiden. I feel like I fought this boss before. I don't know why, it just feels like a Ninja Gaiden boss. And his weapon. It's probably top 2 weapons in the whole game. My favorite weapon is the Rebellion. Just use it throughout the whole playthrough. But the Beowulf weapon is still amazing. This is how you make a good gang fight. You hear that from Software, because when you fight one of the twins, the other one stays back. And they don't push you together, making it fair. The arena is small, I'll give you that. But since you're just fighting one-on-one, kind of, it does not matter. And the way you fight them is so satisfying, because every time he attacks, you attack at the same time, parrying him. You do that a couple times, he goes down, hit him. Extremely fun. But make sure to make them same level of health, because if one dies, they go all Ornstein and Smoans, take the other guy's sword and blah, blah, blah. Just don't bother, really. I love these bosses, and also the bosses, like the twins themselves, Agni and Rudra, are funny and amazing characters.
Right, we have to be gracious hosts. What should we do? How do I know? We need to come up with something. Brother, our guest is sighing. Sigh? What is sigh? Well, a sigh is when...
Enough already!
I really wish they got something like this again in the MC5. The main villain, being your twin brother, cannot get easier to perfect. But somehow, Capcom managed to go what Capcom does all the time, go on perfection. Every single game where there are bosses, the best boss is always one-to-one to the protagonist. Just like in Lies of P, which ranking is coming out soon, so here, he's your literal twin. It does not get more one-to-one than that. You fight them 3 different times, and they get harder each single time. These boss fights are extremely good. They are generally the peak of this game. This is the reason you played this game, and it's the most obvious pick here. It has to be Virgil. And not only in this game, also Devil May Cry 5, the best boss fight is Virgil, and the hardest one as well. I spent way too long on the final boss fight, but it was peak. It really gave you a good conclusion, because the previous disaster, which was Arkham, they really made it up for. But you know what's not fair about this boss fight? Why does he have Devil Trigger? That's not fair. That is scary. Look at him. I can't hit him. He heals and is menacing. You can't just spam Y or whatever you use to slash your sword. No. You gotta think. He keeps you on your toes. That was my ranking of the Devil May Cry 3 boss fights. I know this took me 3 months to do. I'm sorry, but I'll be more consistent, hopefully. But if you guys can give me any ideas, I will be sure to do them if I can. Please, tell me your list, your favorite boss, your least favorite boss, whatever you want. Tell me the whole list if you want. If you like this video, check out where I actually rank the whole series.